May 7, 1945. The war in Europe is de facto over. The 8th Air Force flew its last combat mission on April 25, 1945. There were simply no more military targets within range of the heavy bombers that were still held by the Germans. All that remained was Germany's official surrender. Since then, only so-called Chowhound missions were flown to deliver food supplies to civilians in the Netherlands. One such mission took place on May 7, 1945, to Hilversum and Utrecht. Among the aircraft involved was B-17 44-8640, Section 8, an aircraft of the 334th Bomb Squadron, 95th Bomb Group. 40 B-17s of the 95th took off as scheduled. 39 B-17s returned to base after completing the mission. One B-17 failed to return. It was Lieutenant Sceurman's ship, serial number 44-8640. According to the official mission report, aircraft 8640 ditched, and the following story is told. One aircraft flying ahead of aircraft 8640 reported that the aircraft flying at about 1500 feet when a fire broke out in number 2 engine, and the aircraft dove to put out the fire. Failing to do so, the engine exploded and the aircraft ditched, breaking up as it hit the water, remaining afloat. This was at 15:27 hours, at 52 degrees 24 minutes north, 1 degrees 50 minutes east. 2 aircraft of the 390th group were circling when aircraft 8469 of this group arrived and began circling, reporting position as 52 degrees 18 minutes north, 1 degrees 39 minutes east. Air-sea rescue aircraft are circling. As many as 20 dinghies seen on the water. PBY picked up 2 men, a cutter 2, and a trawler 1, searched mainly north of the area, and fired a flare when another man was seen in the water. The co-pilot and Togglier are the only persons aboard now alive. They report the number 2 engine on fire, the co-pilot coming from radio room to use the extinguisher and to feather prop. They bailed out approximately 15:30 hours, about 12 miles off the English coast, the aircraft flying steady and level, about 300 feet off the water. Togglier saw Navigator and photographer leave the nose before him, and both chutes opened. It seems that mechanical failure caused the loss of the aircraft and the lives of 11 men. There were no enemy fighter activities or flak observed or reported. Some speculate the aircraft was hit by flak, but there is no official confirmation. Section 8 was the last 8th Air Force bomber to be lost in Europe during World War II. 11 men lost on the very last day of the war in Europe, May 7, 1945. Less than 12 hours later, the war in Europe officially ended.